Charles Leclerc has a new contract at Scuderia Ferrari that takes him into the 2030s. With a wild silly season coming up, that's one name we can pen down already. I never expected him to leave Maranello, to be honest. But I didn't expect a renewal so soon either. To me, this proves a few things that are great for Leclerc, but not so great for his teammate, Lewis Hamilton, who finally seems to be finding his way at the Italian team. Let's discuss who this new contract will influence, all parties involved, and if Leclerc will see his dream fulfilled at Ferrari. I'm Wimbo. Here's 3 seconds to leave a like. I'm here to stay. That's what Charles Leclerc said in a little video he made to announce his new deal with Ferrari. Not a lot of information is known other than that the deal is beyond 2030. Well, numbers are going around about the finances and the length, but they are all reportedly. There was no talk of clauses, options or release mechanisms, but that doesn't mean they don't exist. Fred Vasseur, the Ferrari team principal, said that the renewal felt natural and Leclerc's strength and the way he has grown align with what Ferrari wants. Leclerc repeated his goal with Ferrari in a quote: "I couldn't be happier to continue this journey with Scuderia Ferrari HB. It has always been so much more than just a team to me. I believe in this team more than ever. We will keep pushing towards our shared goal of bringing the World Championship back to Maranello." The deal is an extension of the deal he made in 2024, and it's believed this one will go beyond 2030. He may be the driver with the longest contract on the grid now. I believe it used to be Max Verstappen, who signed till the end of 2028. Verstappen is believed to be paid $50 million per season, and it's believed Leclerc is getting that as well now. Only Lewis Hamilton is getting paid more, around $60 million a season. That's what I just read anyway. As you can see, the news of Leclerc's renewal isn't that spectacular. Just a driver who came from the Ferrari Academy, made his debut in 2018 with Sauber, joined Ferrari in 2019, won 8 races with the Scuderia and is pretty much Mr. Ferrari at the moment. All he needs now is a title, preferably more than one. And this is where the internet F1 people are divided. There's a lot of debate if Charles Leclerc isn't killing his best years at Ferrari. Now, hindsight is 2020. For the people who don't know this expression, it means that it is very easy to see things clearly afterwards. Looking at the 8 seasons Leclerc had at Ferrari, the ups and downs, the scandals and the poor strategy calls, some people have a clear view that the Monegasque should have left this clown team ages ago. Their words, not mine. They admire Leclerc's speed, especially in qualifying, and they are certain that he would have won titles in another team. Personally, I disagree with that line of thinking. These talented drivers have all carved their path to get to the point where they are now, and the teams they drive for are very important too. Believing in a project, making sure you are heard, and having trust in the team despite their flaws is the most important thing in Formula 1 right now. I can name loads of examples of drivers who hop from team to team by choice or because they were forced, who keep finding themselves having to start from scratch again, and then see the teams they've left flourish. The most obvious one is Fernando Alonso. He's joined many teams over his career, returned to them and then left again. And it never brought him anything. He was at Renault/Alpine twice, he was at McLaren twice, and now he's reunited with Honda, and it's the same story all over again. I don't want to make this video too long. I'm sure there are YouTubers out there who have made content about Alonso's escapades over the years. It's clear he never reached his goal of winning another race, let alone winning another title. The second one is also from Spain. Maybe that's the problem here. Carlos Sainz went from Toro Rosso to Renault, to McLaren, to Ferrari, to Williams. He's had good years, he's had bad years, but every move meant getting used to a new team, a new way of working. Now, he didn't want to leave Ferrari, I'll give him that. But he did join Ferrari just before McLaren started getting good. With a few years of patience, he could have fought it out in 2024 and 2025 with Lando Norris. That would have been great to see. And let me throw in another even weirder scenario. I want you to imagine this. Sainz is at Toro Rosso. He's not happy about it, but he stays to wait for an opportunity at the Red Bull team. In 2018, Ricciardo announced his departure from Red Bull. Sainz and Verstappen tell both their fathers to F off, and they race together all through the first years with Honda, And then in 2021, they have a title winning car. And the years after that as well. I'm sure he would have had more wins. And maybe Verstappen would have won the 2025 title as well. Because Lawson and Tsunoda took no points from Norris, which Sainz would have done. Interesting, isn't it? So my point is that jumping ship to another team isn't the solution. Hamilton started a new project with Mercedes and started winning titles after one season. That story is pretty unique. It had more to do with how strong the package was, to be honest. If he hadn't gone to Ferrari, he'd have the strongest car now, and Antonelli would be at Cadillac or something. Max Verstappen stayed loyal to Red Bull and was rewarded with strongest cars, and won 4 titles. More than most drivers can wish for. We called out that he should leave Red Bull when his Renault engines kept failing and were slow, but he stayed around and won. Lando Norris also kept signing new contracts for McLaren, and he won a title. They were the slowest team at the start of 2023. So, to end my loyalty rant here, Charles Leclerc staying at Ferrari is a good thing, and I hope to God he gets rewarded for it. Him, and not his teammate. In Canada, Lewis Hamilton finally had a good race. His best race so far at Ferrari. His mood is great, the mood of the British media is great, only Leclerc wasn't so happy that weekend. Now, I can't prove it, but I felt there was something funny going on with his car. Not sabotage, but just that certain setup choices from the team weren't exactly what he wanted. He accepted it, he predicted a P8 quali position or a crash, and luckily it was a P8 and a P4 finish in Montreal. Now, how was it possible that he was so unhappy but still managed to get a P4 finish? Well, McLaren had a Ferrari strategy by starting on intermediate tyres, on a damp track. This choice was made worse by the 2 delayed starts, because the track was even drier when they eventually started. Then the Papaya boys started crashing and DNFing, so those 2 cars were out of the picture. Otherwise, Hamilton had to fight Norris for second place after Russell DNF'd. That was another car that propelled the grid 1 place forwards. And then there's Hadjar, who had a bunch of penalties, but could have possibly fought with the Ferraris. So Hamilton and Leclerc's positions were flattered. And the hype surrounding the P2 for Hamilton was overblown. By the way, so was Verstappen's P3, but it was just nice to see Force's first podium in a long time. Now, why is this flattered end result important? I believe Leclerc was in negotiations with Ferrari and he was playing hardball. Ferrari showed him what it was like to lose the number 1 driver status and went Lewis's way. Now that Leclerc signed this new juicy contract, the status quo will return, and he's the main man again. This is why I predict a Leclerc win in Monaco, or at least a number 2. Lewis Hamilton will finish 7th or something. He played his part for the marketing team and in the negotiations with Leclerc. If you're sitting at home in front of your PC or you're on your phone and you're thinking, this is all a bit far-fetched, well, it is far-fetched, but that's what makes the sport interesting. More interesting than the actual Monaco race itself. That's for sure. Let me know your thoughts and take care now. Doei doei.